Well, well, well. If it isn't the YouTube chat. Well, well, well.
Hello, chat.
Yes, more Star Trek. Star Trek. Let's see, what are we watching today? We're watching One Little
Star
Ship
Trek?
about a tiny, it's little and it's a ship. I don't know what else to say about it. Honor Among Thieves
There's
with a
one.
cat. There's what?
I was saying there's one.
It's a
There's
cat
one?
episode.
There's one little ship.
Yes. And then Change of Heart, where, Jadzia almost dies, but they can't actually kill her off because she has a contract. They wouldn't kill Jadzia. She'll be fine.
She
No,
goes
no.
all 7 seasons.
No.
It's gonna be wonderful.
And
Dax
in the
goes
mean,
all 7.
yeah,
Correct.
Oh,
that's
Dax
technically
sent me,
correct.
The Dax,
Yes.
The Dax sent me it does.
Anyway, how about that Minecraft? You see, I've been breeding some cows. I have a lot of cows, but I need more cows. Oh, look at all
And
these
they love
cows.
you.
There's so many cows. I can't even move. There's so many cows. This is very important. So yeah, we got a few minutes to kill while the stream gets started. So yeah, I set this up because they made a new big Minecraft update. Came out, I don't know, like a week ago, 2 weeks, how long? I don't know. So I was like, yeah, I'll play some Minecraft again. And now I have just like 500 cows in a tiny little pen. It's very important.
Did they all go moo, 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 moo?
Well, let me turn on the
Like-
sound for you. And then unmute it on stream. So you can hear how much mooing there is. I don't know if you can hear anything besides the cows.
Can't even hear the cows.
You have to listen back to the stream. It won't go through on Discord. But it's a lot of cows.
That is something.
A frankly excessive number of cows. Let me turn that back off. Okay. That volume's gone. That was too much.
See, yeah, I was really hoping they do Diablo-style cows. So it's just moo, 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 moo.
Diablo-style cows.
Did you never
Never
explore
heard
the
of
cow world in Diablo 3?
No, well, I don't
Or
know if I
Diablo
found
2,
it in
sorry.
Diablo 3. I've definitely found it in Diablo 2, yeah.
Yeah, where you kill them, and every time you kill a cow, it goes moo. It's just one of the devs saying moo.
Yes, of course. And they have, halberds, I believe. Big
Halberds?
armed cows. So yeah, that's a Minecraft server that I set up, and the details are in the Minecraft channel on Discord if people want to play Minecraft. I'm not playing it that much. I'm just like setting up a house and cows.
Now,
This one I-
now, how many cows are there?
I have no idea. An excessive number. There's
How
a
many
lot
cow
of cows.
species are there?
How many cow species?
how
There's
many-
one cow species.
yeah. No, one. Not like a bird cow, right?
And there's not even cows and bulls, it's just cows.
Oh, okay.
Anyway, about a minute and a half till we get started, so everyone be queued up to the Season 6 episode, One Little Ship. That'll be the first one for today. And it's pretty good. All the episodes today are pretty good. I especially like Honor Among Thieves. I think that's going to be my favorite one. It also has a cat. And I know some people here also have cats.
What? Oh, cats are the worst.
How could
They
you
are
say
terrible.
that about Shadow and
I
Mara?
like cats.
Look at them just laying there all innocent.
I can't. We can't even see the cats.
Well, other than an lamb.
Well, I would, but we only have 44 seconds to go.
Okay. Yeah, cats though. I've
Just like
only
cat.
owned one cat, and I was a small child at the time, so I don't really know what it's like to live with a cat anymore. A lot of dogs though. A lot of dogs. Like 3 dogs at a time for my entire life.
It's like having a toddler that is intermittently thrilled and ambivalent to see you.
Okay. All right, everybody, get ready to press play in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, Play. 5147 point something. I noticed that they dropped the thing of using the season number for the star date. I guess that was just TNG. That looks really familiar. This shot. Have we seen that before?
There's one too many lights.
I never did.
I don't know.
Yeah.
Hero, why
Yeah,
do
I
you
don't
have
know
a
about
gun?
it.
No, why does Nog have a gun? Why does everybody have a gun?
Standard Starfleet issue.
Because in a few minutes they need an excuse to actually be armed.
Okay. They're just
Wait a minute.
They know what's
they
coming.
Are they going to beam? Are they going to beam out somewhere? So might do that.
no, they're gonna I mean something's
Someone's
definitely
gonna
gonna
beam
happen.
in.
Yeah. Transporters are involved.
A transporter might break down.
I like that Kira knows how stupid this idea is.
I mean, it's not a it's just, it's a little silly, but it's Star Trek. It's supposed to be silly. The accretion disk? What? What do they mean accretion disk? There's no black hole here. I guess technically you can have an accretion disk around a star, but I didn't see an accretion disk. A poem? I don't believe him. I do not believe him that that's an ancient Klingon tradition. He just likes poetry. Just
Well,
Worf.
we all have poems. That we tell.
You have poems that you tell. I don't tell poems. I don't even know any poems. Well, no, I know a few poems, actually.
And if you want to know, Klingons still have poems also. You do know that.
So this episode of Deep Space Nine completely destroys the idea of the movies Honey, I Shrunk the Kids.
Because of the oxygen molecules, or...
Yep.
Okay. Yeah, that's a bit of an issue, but I mean, when we're doing a show or a movie where we're shrinking people... Oh, we got some audio crackle. When we're doing a show or movie when we're shrinking people down to like 2 inches tall, I think we can just ignore those little details. I think it's okay.
I'm too much of a nerd to let that pass. I will not stand for Honey, I Shrunk the Kids.
Okay, it's not scientifically accurate enough for you?
Not scientifically accurate.
You know, Honey, I Shrunk the Kids was written by Stuart Gordon, who is like a horror director. He directed like Reanimator and stuff.
Oh, now things are
That
happening.
was weird.
They're getting shot. Oh yeah, we also tried to watch this last week and failed miserably because of absurd amounts of technical difficulty. But, it seems to be working great this week.
Yeah, what happened
Everything's
last
fine.
week?
OBS just kind of failed and stopped sending things to the stream. So it just... The stream kept dropping out on YouTube, and so people were getting out of sync by like several minutes, and it was a whole thing. But now I've replaced my modem, and it's working great. Oh, Ensign's dead.
That's just gonna happen.
Yep, it's fine. And Kira's dead. Excellent. Wow, that Jem'Hadar sounded kind of freaked out. I don't think he wants to be here. And there we go. That's what this
That's the
episode is.
episode.
That's it. They boarded the ship. Now they're going to execute everyone on board and take it back to Dominion space.
So next up in 2 minutes, Honor Among Thieves.
What is with people and just refusing to execute prisoners? Come on. Just shoot them. We went over this yesterday with TNG, which I forget which episodes we watched already, but I remember that they should have executed people. Oh yeah, it was the Die Hard episode, Starship Mine. If they had just shot Picard, and then the people on the planet just shot Riker and Data and Beverly, they would have been fine. They would have won. Just shoot them. They had a gun.
I mean, heck, even a heavy stun.
Yeah, that would have been fine. Just do something.
Gyrinx, your
between
mic is
that and
going-
your
Oh, good.
Yes, Fallon.
Ryan, between your watching your or being a part of your video game play-alongs, and then based on what you're saying here, your answer for everything is just to use a gun, is it not?
It's always the correct solution. It always works.
Use gun on man.
If what's-her-face from the Die Hard episode had just used gun on Picard, she would have been fine. And then the baryon sweep would have wiped out all the evidence. The body wouldn't have been there. Just shoot him. Just shoot him.
Is my mic still acting up?
Sounds okay right now, though.
Okay, good.
Yeah, we get some
Yeah, those
background noise when you actually start talking, but it's not being picked up in general.
Ah.
Also, if people from the YouTube, they might not be hearing it at all, because I added a background noise filtering to the Discord audio that's going through OBS. So it might be fine for them.
Should be better now. Is it?
I don't hear anything,
Cool.
Gyrinx. I don't hear anything, Gyrinx.
Why were the shutters closed? The shutters never close.
All the fancy lights outside? I don't know.
Now shoot. The Jumidar have taken over the ship.
Yep. And now they just execute everyone on board and take it for themselves. They could bring in another Dominion ship to tow it. What happened to the Dominion ship they came from? Why doesn't the Dominion ship just tow it and warp?
They just got their ship taken over, and then they just got their ship back, and now they got their ship taken over again. This time on the Defiant. Crazy.
You're not looking at the camera, Vorta.
Eh?
How many times do we have to tell you, act at the camera?
There we go.
Thank you.
Well,
There we
it's
go.
almost at the camera. It's slightly to the side.
Close enough.
Yeah,
We can
like,
hear his
I know-
dialogue.
I know not all Vorta are going to be Jeffrey Combs, but at least look to camera while you're doing the scene.
Pay attention to the people you're on the phone with. Don't just ignore them.
Yeah. Yeah.
Kevin.
I mean, why would it matter where they're bred? They're all clones, right? Are they changing the genetic makeup? Okay, so we have Jem'Hadar alphas, we have Jem'Hadar gammas, we have betazoids, we have deltans.
Eh?
I don't know the Greek alphabet well enough to know what comes next. Hang on, let me look at the
Epsilon
Greek.
is next, I think. And then
Do we
5.
have an epsilon species? No, we
Wait,
never get
there's
to
an
meet Juan,
epsilon
whose little
quadrant?
ship it is.
There's no epsilon quadrant. There wouldn't be epsilon.
I'm not talking. I mean, betazoids aren't from the beta quadrant, I don't think. Deltans
No,
aren't
but
from the delta quadrant.
The reason alpha Jem'Hadar are called alphas and gammas is because one were bred in the alpha quadrant, the other were bred in the gamma quadrant.
Yeah.
It's not the wolf pack of the alphas or betas or whatever.
Well, in this episode, it's the wolf pack of the alphas.
Yeah.
Oh, hey, Ari.
Hey, happy Sunday.
Happy Sunday. Didn't notice you on here.
I said hey,
Oh.
Kevin.
To see you on here.
It wasn't your fault,
It's
Worf.
okay.
It's
It's okay,
okay.
there is.
It's okay. You don't need to blame yourself. The
Worf always
Rubicon.
blames him. Worf always blames himself. I mean, do you ever notice that? Worf blames himself.
Does. Can the
I
can the
noticed that a
Defiant
lot.
actually fit a shuttle inside it or a runabout?
It's
I mean,
it's
now
only
it
5
can.
decks, so.
Yeah, but I don't know. I don't know about now. I mean, I don't know about then.
Or
And
does
it
the
doesn't have a
runabout
shuttle
fly
bay, right?
I'm pretty
alongside?
sure it could back then. I'm pretty sure it could back then.
I'm just glad it's a good runabout, not like that stupid Rio Grande. You know,
How
dead shuttle.
dare you?
That dead runabout.
The Rio
DS9
Grande is the best
has the best
runabout they
runabout.
have. I mean, the Rubicon's fine. The Rubicon's pretty good, but it's no Rio Grande.
They're all great. I love TOS shuttles, TNG shuttles, DS9 shuttles.
It's
So
like this shuttle.
are those like blast doors in case the glass breaks? Some kind of wall?
Yeah.
Hey, Jarinx.
Like something.
What you doing, Sadiq?
He just like rugged up in the sky.
Oh, dramatic zoom out. What do we see?
It keeps zooming out.
A giant
Rubbing the sky from
starship.
A starship?
A starship.
Starship.
How long are we
There's-
gonna keep doing Mark Twain impressions? I mean, eventually we stopped saying "make Roostai with," so eventually we'll stop with Mark Twain. But how long?
True.
Maybe you'll stop.
Frank Twain's in every episode. Every episode.
Yeah, and we had Old Man Mammoth in here, so like the whole 1900s interpretation started before we watched that episode.
I don't know how
Couple
they
guys
did that.
talking
Still
about
breaking
size.
up.
I don't see what's so
Um,
funny about being small.
Wonder what they do about the size. What they do about this? About the size, if you know.
Oh, so it's about the same size as the model of the Defiant that I have.
Yeah.
So they have to open like a valve or a door, right? They can't just go in?
That's what he said.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah.
Because otherwise that would just mean the Defiant has a hole in it. The Emissary. Also, alternatively, the Cisco is appropriate. Is acceptable.
We'll accept it.
Why not just tow it back to Cardassia? Does the Dominion not have tow ships?
Kevin, I like your Deep Space Nine background.
Thanks, Harry.
Oh, come on.
Yeah, I just got a virtual background.
Yeah,
Like last.
Use gun on man.
I am 100% with the Gamma. Shoot him. Just shoot Cisco. Just kill him.
Yeah, I would shoot him.
Now execute. Okay, if that's what you're going with, execute one right now to show you're serious.
True.
Yeah,
Just grab someone and
Yeah.
shoot them.
that's how these things work.
Yep.
Yeah. Smart thing. Smart thing. I don't know.
And that's what the whole episode is about. Cisco baiting these two.
Bloody Alpha's just gonna be letting his pride get in the way. Just shoot him.
All about pride.
You know how you play your parents off each other, you know, and like you get
No.
good at it because you know both of them. You never did that. You never got them mad at each other.
No, you dick.
I'm still kind of good at. Sometimes I can just say one thing and start a fight between the two of them. Like, what car are you
I
taking?
hear ya.
What car are you taking?
I-
And my dad has a Mercedes, so it's like, you know, like it's a very sensitive question about which car you take to which relative's house.
Who could we execute? I mean, we want to execute someone who's not an engineer. One of the security officers. Execute the security officer.
This
Who
is
would
right
that
out
be?
of Star Wars. Going inside the chute
Oh,
of
Worf.
another.
Yeah, shoot Worf.
I think Nog is there, right? I mean, I don't want to.
Yeah, but
He's just
not
an.
Nog's not important. We need to shoot Worf. Because he's the security chief. Or tactical or whatever he is.
Yeah.
We don't want to shoot an engineer because we need them to repair the warp drive. So shoot one of the security officers.
I mean, that's why they're on the show.
Look, the Jem'Hadar are all talk. Okay, we get it. Like it's like when you say when they beam in, they come in with their guns as like bludgeons.
Yeah, the Jem'Hadar kind of suck. I think I understand why Wei Yun is so annoyed all the time.
Yeah, like pretty much throughout this whole episode, Cisco's just gonna keep giving the Gamma the side eye, like, "Oh yeah, you know what's up, but you can't stop it, can you? You gotta just watch. Gotta just let it happen."
Yeah, like this is a silly episode in the midst of a season of like violent war, so it's kind of fun.
Yeah. Honey,
We
I
can
Shrunk
get
the
back to
Kid.
depression next episode.
Yeah, exactly.
I'll say we
That's
got
the DS9
three,
plan.
Whatever.
we got 3 really dark episodes next week too. So don't worry.
Oh, what's next week? I haven't looked.
In the pale moonlight at all?
Pale Moonlight,
Wrong
Inquisition,
darker
and
than
Darkest.
whatever.
Yeah, darker than something or other.
Wrong's darker than Death or Night, yeah.
Dang.
That one's kind of messed up.
Oh god, the three most
Yeah.
messed up episodes, huh? In the whole series.
Yeah, that's right. We're just a few episodes from Cisco letting Garrick murder people.
No, we see Kira as a concubine.
We undermine the entirety of the Federation's
There we
moral
go.
high ground.
Garrick murders
Right.
people.
And it turns out Starfleet has Guantanamo Bay and a Secret Service setup.
Not that.
Meanwhile, baby ship, do 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 do, baby ship.
Do, 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 do.
Yeah, I'm gonna tell you to put it
We
right.
can ignore the silly, enjoy the silliness while we can.
Yeah, don't ignore
So
it.
they're
Enjoy
like
it.
what, a centimeter tall?
No, it's okay. When they did it, when they said how big are we, they said they're about the size of a box. But like when they actually do the CGI, it's like half the size of a shoebox. So the script
fine.
was written by one crew. Anyway.
It's like a nice little tunnel effect. It's like a car going through the tunnel.
I like that nice blinking orange LED they put in front of the actors. Some lighting effects.
This part
Can I
makes sense.
actually get
too.
something?
Sorry.
This episode was nominated for an Emmy Award for visual effects.
Huh?
It was so dramatic a
Did not
second
win.
ago, and then it's just tiny little door.
It's just whoop.
How did they fit the shuttlecraft into the ship? CG effects?
Oh yeah, none of this is
Yeah,
practical.
it's
CGI.
CG layering, and it's just simple layering effects.
The green screen, the same thing that you're doing to
Oh.
make it look like Deep Space Nine is behind you.
I kind of
Yeah,
figure
same
it was
idea.
CG
You're
effects.
just
I kind of figure it
Overlay-
was CG effects.
Overlay one film over another.
yeah.
Oh, okay.
The dilithium articulation frame, that might be in reference to the TNG episode where it blew up.
No.
Which episode?
That's the drum head. There was that accident that blew up a hatch, and they kept going on and about the articulation frame. It's like, oh, those schematics
that's
related
right.
to the articulation frame, didn't they? It's like, oh, but you
So it's
knew
like
something
TNG?
about the articulation frame. Hang on, you had access to the articulation frame, didn't you? It's all about the articulation frame. How does he not notice the
Think I found
starship
that.
right in front of his face? I feel like I would
It's
notice that.
Starship?
It's
star.
a
I
It's
only
those-
noticed that.
shuttle.
It's those alphas. They can't see anything.
Bloody alphas. Hang on, but Wei
Isn't
Yun
there a
said
thread,
that
though,
Jem'Hadar
where-
have excellent vision.
Yeah, I was gonna say they have excellent vision, and the Vorta have shitty vision, right?
Isn't that a canon break? Is DS9 violating my continuity?
Worse Star Trek.
You know, one thing about the biology, I mean, I'm probably thinking too much, but like animal, like I don't know if human circulation can, and like mass can really exist at that size.
Well, they specified that they were even being shrunk down on like a subatomic level.
Okay, right. Okay. So the atoms are okay, thanks.
Somehow the atoms are shrunk down 1,000 times as well,
Okay, thank you.
which probably has some unfortunate quantum effects,
Yeah.
but whatever.
Yeah,
Don't worry about
Don't
it.
worry about it. Yeah.
There is a rain doorbell there.
And we have torpedoes. We could just start shooting. We have torpedoes. We have phasers. We can just start executing Jem'Hadar. They're not going to be able to hit you.
Yes, a smart kid.
Very-
Underestimating Nog, Chief. I have faith in Nog. He can do it.
Faith of the heart. Faith of the nog.
I like now.
Faith of the Nog.
That was his professional opinion.
Or
Yeah, the
alternatively,
character
we
that
could
played-
start blasting.
The character that played Nog was the actor that played Nog, but was a good actor.
Yeah. Is that in this season when Nog gets shot?
No, it's next
No, I
season.
remember
No,
that.
it's 7
Thank you.
because Ezri's there.
Yeah.
Thanks, right. Yeah, with the holographic Jem'Hadar. That's the only episode where the Jem'Hadar actually like are successful. But speaking of continuity between TNG and DS9, on yesterday's TNG episode when Picard was reading and someone needed time from him in the ready room, he was reading about Bajoran aqueducts, and I was saying when in the episode where Jake and Nog do favors for everybody so that they can get something that they need, Kira has to write a speech about Bajoran water reclamation, and her speech says that it's a rather dry topic. So Bajor has a drought from TNG to DS9.
Yes. Okay, now the alpha's actually starting to do something. You should have executed someone already. In fact, you should execute someone right now, and then say 15 minutes.
Worf, right?
Yeah, Worf. Shoot Worf first. Then I don't know how many security officers they have.
Just shoot them all.
Yeah.
Just start
Shoot-
blasting.
Security officers one time, and then the runabout should start blasting Jem'Hadar when they're alone. They have torpedoes. They have phasers. Just shoot them.
Yeah, they can. I was going to say they can just shoot them.
If you like that, you're gonna love what's coming up next.
They only shoot one Jem'Hadar, I think.
Shoot the Jem'Hadar.
That's some good automated security.
Funny that they don't. It's not alerting anyone that at all these attempts at breaking in.
So how did the Jem'Hadar have complete control of the ship if Nog can't get control of the ship? How did they get access to the controls? I guess they need to specifically set up a lockout, and they just didn't have time.
I think it's overriding bridge control. That's what they're doing. Because all you have to do is push the buttons on the bridge, right? And you have control.
Why is Kira the one who knows how to repair the warp drive?
Well, she's the
No,
only
it's
one
like a-
repairing the warp drive, but
Yeah,
because everyone
it's-
else is working on the plan. So I guess that means
Yeah,
that Kira is
no.
the least useful to the rest of them.
Yeah.
Maybe, yeah, but like, why does she actually know how to repair it? Why is a former
true.
foot soldier in the Bajoran
Well, she's
militia
flying.
Yeah.
Just-
know
she's
anything
flying.
about super advanced Starfleet warp cores? Like, the Defiant has a super advanced engine in comparison to most others.
She's very smart.
Yeah, that's the answer.
Or repairing a warp core is so easy anybody could do it.
I mean, that's fair. In Enterprise, Daniels makes a time machine out of a copper spatula, so you know.
Oh God.
And why not? In DS9, Rom made a hollow suite out of a spatula and various other
Yeah,
implements.
that's right.
Yeah, Ron used that spatula as a conductor for one
Yeah,
thing.
yeah.
Well, it reminds me of the first Iron Man movie where Tony Stark makes an arc reactor out of a cave in Afghanistan.
Box of scraps.
I mean, the show's also not unself-aware. Like, there's literally a line from Kevon that says you can turn rocks into replicators.
Yes.
So, like,
Yeah.
the show knows what it's doing.
I mean, there's always been MacGyver in television, so
Yeah, absolutely.
there's no need to.
Yeah, I think the in-universe answer that kind of reconciles it for me is like Kira had to learn a lot of random stuff over the years, and maybe just kind of knows enough to get by there.
She did know how to repair those Bajoran, fighters.
Yeah, that's more plausible, though, because they used those in the Resistance.
Yeah, so I think those had impulse engines, maybe? Maybe those are similar? I
I'm
don't
just
know.
going to say aqueducts.
Or she's the kind of person where she's like, if I'm going to be serving on a starship and dealing with this stuff, I'm going to, learn about it in my spare time.
She
You know,
takes
that's
engineering
also-
extension courses.
Yeah, that's also
Exactly.
not necessarily implausible, because, if you know anything about submariners, they have to know that submarine inside and out, pretty much. There's a whole thing
Yeah,
in
that's true.
the U.S. Navy. You get your dolphins, which is like and it's an extra badge that you wear on your uniform that indicates, yes, I know enough about this submarine to make sure that if something goes wrong and somebody who's supposed to know about this thing dies, I can probably take over.
That's cool.
Now, hopefully, you
I-
guys
yeah,
all
I was
know
gonna
how
say-
to get in and continue the stream if I should just die suddenly.
Well, shoot, I could do that.
There,
Yeah,
okay.
Ryan, you can
Secure-
see me.
If I'm out for Ryan.
You just need the key and the password, and you'll be fine. I'll figure it
Send
out.
me all your passwords.
I don't even
I
know
was
any
wondering
of
if
my
Starfleet
passwords. No, I
has
know
a,
one password. I only have one password that I know.
Is this show brought to you by LastPass?
Yeah.
No, I don't. I use KeyPass. Thank you.
Oh, I'm sorry.
But I
Yeah, my
think this
Google
could-
password, I'm pretty sure, is like 32 characters long and just random characters, letters, and digits, and special characters. I have no bloody idea what it is.
But I think their stream's gonna be good now.
Honestly, oh, this reminded me of Tron. The what is it, 82 or 85? The movie original.
How are they still
Yes.
moving when they were still being transported? They were
So
looking
she's
around
just
the
gonna-
transport.
So because they don't have a lot of air, she's just gonna keep transporting more air in, right? More, just so they don't run out.
Well, the runabout only has so much air in it.
It's got a lot of air, so they can just keep transporting more in.
Also,
Technically
yeah,
has air recyclers.
If they're so low on air for this area, why are they bringing Julian? What's he for?
You,
He's just burning the air in
Lifting
that
things?
room.
he, true.
I mean, you can probably breathe that air.
He's a genetically enhanced genius. Always good to have around.
Yeah, it's always good. It's like Data. Good to have an android.
He's probably the only one that can breathe that air, and so they need him.
Fun fact about Tron. It was nominated for the Oscar for Best Visual Effects, but the Academy decided not to give it to them because they thought in 1985 that using computers was cheating if you're using
It's-
special effects.
Computer generated effects? That's absurd.
That's
No.
not
We
special
can only
effects.
award it to practical effects.
That's not special effects.
Oh, if
And
only
that's
they
the
knew.
graphical effects.
And
I
like,
think-
um,
Wait, the Gemini aren't supposed to have access to the white. It's the Vorta that do that. Okay, now what if they shot a torpedo at the box?
Yeah.
that would be great.
I don't think it would help, but it would annoy them to no end.
Are you claustrophobic, Jazia?
Yeah, she's like under a table with a whole bunch of Jem'Hadar.
So, right now, most of the Jem'Hadar are here on the bridge. So it would be pretty easy for the runabout to take over engineering with its torpedoes and phasers. Surely. Just go shoot them.
Mm-hmm.
What happens if they activate the warp drive on the runabout from inside the Defiant?
I don't know.
Are they gonna breach the hull? Do they become a little torpedo themselves?
I don't know.
Ah, of course. The asymmetric encryption circuits.
I'll carry you, Mr. Frodo.
So I guess, what's his name? Julian. Julian's just here for moral support.
Yeah.
I was just gonna type the same thing in the chat. Like that is the real reason that he's here,
Okay.
is so that O'Brien doesn't freak out and just like collapse and not get anything done.
The sheriff's also a counselor. Is he the ship's counselor? Is he the ship's
He is
counselor also?
he is the he
Yes.
is the doctor. He's the most equipped on their crew to deal with
Yeah, he's
emotional
the doctor.
trauma.
Yeah, he's the doctor. He'd probably make a great counselor. I don't know. Probably not.
I don't know. Maybe we should get a counselor on the show. Maybe that'd be good, especially for a wartime.
Yeah,
Set does a really good job of like
bring Dan and Soya.
making us believe they're at like the silicone chip level.
Are those
Yeah,
air ducts?
like these oversized props are like awesome. It's like out of a 1950s sci-fi movie.
Like assembling a motherboard is that annoying.
This had to be an expensive episode, unless they just had this lying around at Paramount.
No,
So
yeah,
true.
some of these might be reused, but yeah, a lot
Like,
of this stuff probably
that
has to
looks
be
like-
ad hoc.
Air conditioning ducts, which are not that expensive.
Could be.
Like HVAC
Yeah.
systems use it.
That
Looks
also
like
kinda
those
reminds
things they use in like dog training videos.
Oh yeah, the kennel club and all that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes, that's it. I'm sorry, I didn't know the terminology at all. And this thing
Yeah.
doesn't quite actually fit right.
No, Julian,
Which
it's not
annoys
plugged
me.
in. You didn't twist it. No, Julian.
No,
It has
it's
the
still
two little
loose.
bars. You put it in, and then you rotate it so it sticks.
And
Jeez,
by the way, there's
Julian.
other unplugged stuff there too, so
Yeah, it's
it's just sloppy
Rotate?
computer work in Starfleet.
No, it also
Uh,
kind of reminds me of the tips
Chief,
from
now
the
you're
air
gonna
ducts.
have to fix that.
It's called soldering.
Fix it.
It also kind of reminds me of the tips from the air ducts, and you have to connect it to, the create insulation.
In a computer?
No, to get air.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Wow, Nog, you did it.
Get air,
Congratulations.
You want to get air?
Good job, Nog.
Yeah, but if you want to get air, that's what it reminds me of.
I
Back
wonder
on
what
the
a
ship.
phaser would do at this size. Would it cause like a really small but deep wound, or would it just give someone a rash?
Yeah, it'd be like a mosquito bite kind of rash.
Good job, Gamma. You didn't even realize it was fixed.
Good job, Kira.
No, we didn't want Kira to repair it.
Yeah, you you were watching a different show, like The Negotiator, where you execute each hostage one by one.
That sounds like a good idea to me.
Yeah.
Nope, they're just gonna go. He's just gonna go.
No, that would have been a great idea to me.
Oh, that Jem'Hadar looks a lot different than all the other Jem'Hadar. It's a lot larger. It's a bad idea.
There should really be a Vorta making these decisions.
They have a lot of faith in their new alphas.
Yeah, these guys are idiots.
My god. It's a baby ship.
Do 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 do.
Tiny ship. Boop, 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 boop.
Boop, boop.
Yeah, they're real dumb. They're firing phasers around the engine core, and we learned in TNG that if you shoot a phaser into the engine core, you destroy the ship.
Yeah, bad news, Dominion. Your new breed of Jem'Hadar are terrible and stupid.
Baby ship coming.
I mean, the Gamma Jem'Hadar weren't even that much better, most of them.
Like,
Thinking like a Klingon.
Okay.
oh,
So
look
yeah,
at-
apparently the power output does scale with size. Otherwise, that would have like destroyed the ship. Was
I love
that?
how annoyed he is that guy died on the console he was using. Sisko's just like, get out of the
Yeah,
way.
was he growling at that man? What are you doing, Avery? Oh, poor Gamma. That is the order of things. What are those hemispheres around his shoulders? Are those grenades? Are they
No
little
idea.
detonators? What is it?
I have no idea. But I do see a baby ship.
Do 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 do.
Do.
Wifey is here. Do.
Tiny Dax do do. No.
Nice.
Yes, good.
Write a poem for me. Do 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 do. New Zealand.
Horrible,
Probably
terrible New Zealand.
Come on, Worf, give us a poem. Don't judge me, Dax.
He's so insecure.
It's beautiful, Worf.
Little trip. Do.
Nice, Worf. Oh,
Worf
there's
has a sense of humor. Whoa, what are you doing, Worf? I saw the subtitle said laughing. Klingons do not laugh.
Yeah.
There was no poem. Worf, you're a fraud.
Maybe just wants
He's
to
a
nerd
fraud. And that's
He's
in
a
Poe, right?
Hey,
Oh,
Morn.
speaking of fraud, here's
Come
Odo.
on.
I
So
don't see
Starfleet
Odo
never
yet.
used-
Where's Odo?
Behind. He came up from behind them.
Oh,
Yeah,
there he
Odo
is.
should- Oh, there he
We were
is.
looking for
Yeah,
triangle
he's
ships.
walking.
I was saying, Odo should be here. Okay.
I don't know. They look a little off.
They trying to impress this woman, or what's the deal here?
Yeah, they
I-
were macking.
No,
No, they're
it's
trying to
nice to me.
impress Morn.
I mean, Julian might be trying to impress her, and I think O'Brien will just be wingmanning.
Yeah, I was gonna say. I guess he's winging.
Yeah, I always love moments like this with Quark and Odo on the same page, messing with people.
Yeah.
It's just like, yeah, they're friends. They actually are.
It reminds me of like when Larry Bird and Michael Jordan would do a commercial together.
Yeah.
They're rivals, but it's fun to see them kind of working together.
Oh, gotcha. Right. Yeah, before Jordan,
Jaeger
Larry Bird
class
was
background.
the most VIP player in the 80s. Boston Celtics.
Yeah, I'm not convinced that writing a poem is a real thing. I think Worf made it up. I mean, I know
Larry Bird had
Martok
the
wanted
most,
to make a song about the camp, but
Slam
You
dunk.
can do improvisational poetry. That's a thing.
I don't know that Worf would have made it up because he very clearly did not want to do it.
I mean, Data's
do
poetry.
Klingons
would've
have
been-
slam poetry sessions after every adventure?
A Klingon does not slam poetry.
It's apparently they do, actually.
And they do. They swim. They swim things.
All right, 1 minute to the next episode, Honor Among Thieves. With the cat. fact, let me get some cats on
Yay.
screen. Kitten live stream.
Where's my cat? Here, let me move my thing.
There's a cat. 2 cats, in fact. Look, they're fighting. They're play fighting. Excellent.
Where's the cat? I didn't see a cat.
Aw, hey kitties.
Now, we're only going to get 1 cat in the show, and it's not going to be playing. It's mostly just going to be looking at the camera and like 2 shots. But, you know, it's there.
Oh,
It's a
this
good
cat
cat.
cam took a turn. That one guy just came stomping in.
Oh. Dramatic.
A lot of drama here. Yeah, this is very entertaining.
All right, everybody get ready to press play in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, play. Oh, very grimy industrial world.
Yeah, looking like Blade Runner right off the bat.
Yeah, one of the few Star Trek episodes to acknowledge the fact that, you know, the entire galaxy is not going to be in a beautiful place. That looks like a Federation world.
I love this because it's like, hey, any of the main cast members have experience playing, crime syndicate guys or mobsters? It's like, that's basically all Colt Meany did before Star Trek.
Right?
Is it?
Yeah.
The only
Oh,
other
yeah,
Conair
he's-
role
before,
of his that I
Conair was
know
before, right?
was Hell on Wheels. That's the only other thing I've seen with him.
You've never seen Con Air?
No.
Yeah, Conair is good. Well,
Oh,
good
Under
is,
Siege.
you're not the
Under
right word.
Siege.
Conair is enjoyable.
His role in Con Air is not huge, but like Con Air is just a good movie in general if you like cheesy Nick Cage movies.
Yeah,
So is this a
it has a
Federation
remarkably
planet
good
they're on?
cast for a movie that cheesy.
No,
I think
don't
this is a Federation planet.
I don't think so. So this is Farius. It doesn't say in the episode. I didn't look up on Memory Alpha or anything, but I don't think it's a Federation world. I think it's an independent planet, probably in Orion space, I would guess.
Let me look it up. Farius Prime, inhabited prime planet of the star system, homeworld of the Farians. The planet was politically neutral and hosted a Klingon embassy, apparently.
Yeah, that's the plot of this episode.
I mean, that looks like a lot of electricity. I feel like that would kill someone.
Mm-hmm.
Are you mocking me, Column? Also, I'm pretty sure this is the episode where we established that the Orion Syndicate is just an MLM. It's a pyramid scheme. It's a literal pyramid scheme. You pay dues to the person above you, and you get most of your money by recruiting people.
No, the Gould. That's a pyramid scheme. Hey.
That's Bilby. He's pretty cool. We see him in a Wesley episode, actually. If you remember the Wesley episode where they're in a desert with Picard and this guy?
Oh, yeah.
This guy's
Yeah, the final mission.
Yeah, this guy's the captain that gets himself killed.
Oh, yeah, because with the water thing.
Yeah, with the water thing. It's like, oh, you are hiding water from us. It's like, no, I have a flask of alcohol. It's my alcohol.
Yeah, I need it for medicinal purposes.
Yes. I don't know if he was in anything else Star Trek.
No, he was one of the main cast members on that old show, Space 1999. That's probably what he's best known for.
It's a Nick Tate.
Yeah, he's only
Yep,
got
just
those
those
two
two.
roles.
That's fine. They're good rules.
Yeah, I actually think Bilby's a better character, but
Apparently, O'Brien never learned not to spike people in a bar. For the record, you should never do that. It's
Rule
generally
97.
considered impolite.
Oh, hey, it's like The Departed.
It's what?
The Departed.
Yeah, very similar.
A movie about
Yeah, Jack Nicholson movie that's Martin
going
Scorsese.
undercover to find the undercover agent. Yeah. It's a good movie. It was one of the earlier DiCaprio as a serious actor now movies.
I don't know. Bilby seems like a nice guy. I wouldn't worry about it. They're not going to kill him. And intro sequence.
Been a long road.
Goodbye, asteroid.
So I have a question. No, yes, it has been a long road, but here's my question. Is summer the worst season?
Best?
No. The worst
Not really.
season is winter.
Ugh.
You were exactly wrong. That is the exact opposite of what is true. Winter is the best season, summer's the worst.
What part of the country do you live in? You don't have to give like specific geographic details.
West
but
Coast.
Where are you?
Right on the
Okay.
coast.
West Coast, as in Southern California, or Pacific Northwest?
Pacific Northwest.
Okay, winter out there is even easier than it is here.
Yeah, winter's pretty relaxed here. It goes down to like 55 at the absolute minimum, but in the summer it can
So,
get
yeah.
up to like 85, 90 if it's
You-
a bad day. It's
Yeah,
way
That sounds like an
you don't
amazing
have the
day.
same.
Isn't
You don't
that
have the same
bad?
winter that I do.
But summer it just gets way too hot. Like if you go to bed, you can't even use a blanket. It's so hot. How do you even sleep? How do you do
You
anything?
use the thing called an air conditioner.
We don't have air conditioners here. They don't exist in my town. There's no such thing.
You can buy one. You can order them off Amazon.
I mean, I guess I
Really?
could get a window unit, but
You realize you're saying this around someone whose entire continent doesn't believe in AC.
which is a good reason why summer is the worst, because air conditioning doesn't exist.
No. It's
That's
like
a solvable problem, though. Like you can't solve 10 inches of snow overnight.
Sure you can. Just get a heater.
You can't heat the outdoors like that.
just install
Jaeger.
a massive heater to the front of your car and start driving.
Yeah. Make your car hot enough that it's like hot knife through butter, except it's a hot car through snow.
You wouldn't be able to sit in a car that could actually melt snow fast enough.
Maybe
it would
you
be
couldn't.
too hot.
Regular Laurel and Hardy here.
Now, summer's the worst. It's all about fall and winter. Spring is fine. It's not great.
This is
Yeah,
the
like fall.
this is the everybody who has a line in their contract that they have to be in every episode
Yes.
scene.
Wait, do you drink the alcohol while it's burning, or do you put it out first?
Burning alcohol?
So, in other words, O'Brien has a terrible team working for him.
Yes.
Yeah.
O'Brien
Or
is
he
the only
doesn't-
good engineer.
He trains nobody.
He doesn't have time to
Apparent-
train people. He's too busy maintaining the station.
Ah. Yes, Worf has a good point.
Everything's broken.
Apparently, that lift that pops into ops is just like on a forklift.
It's not surprising.
Teleplay by Renee Hang on. I listened to something.
Echevarria.
No, see, that's what I want to say. But I was listening to the Delta Flyers yesterday with Garrett Wong and Robert McNeil, and they pronounced it a different way, but I can't remember how they said it. And they actually know the guy, so I would assume they are better. It didn't sound at all like I expected. I need to rewatch that now. Renee Echevarria? Echevarria?
Echevarria.
Das verstehe ich nicht. Hier sprechen wir Englisch. Das spreche ich nicht.
Spritz English. Du.
So that thing interfaces with his brain, right? I don't know if I'd want to plug something into my brain that some guy off the street handed to me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If I could get a known working one, though, I would absolutely plug my brain in.
That's quite a mustache you have there. Don't you respect privacy, Bilby? What are you doing? I think Bilby's the first person since Intendant Kira to refer to him as a tinkerer.
It's a cat.
Now, is that cat
Yeah.
behavior? Do they claim your chair? It's
Oh
their
God,
chair.
yes.
Okay.
Kitty is the protector.
Look at this guy.
It's a good cat. It's so fluffy.
Yeah. So fluffy.
Fluffy kitty.
Oh, there's his family to the side of him. I mean, you're holding a gun, Bilby.
When you're going to shoot the cat, don't shoot the cat.
Why? If you just want him to fix it, why would you hold it like that? Yeah, Chester might be a shapeshifter, maybe. Well, you should have specified. You wanted working disruptors, functional disruptors. Now, why does Chief O'Brien know so much about Klingon disruptors?
He's an engineer. Engineers are supposed to know all kinds of stuff. All kinds of stuff.
I like Worf's excuse when he knows something that really he probably shouldn't. He just says, "I went to Starfleet Academy. I know many things."
No, he didn't.
Worf did.
That's what I'm talking about. I'm talking about Worf. Worf didn't. Or did he?
He did.
No, he's an officer. He has to have gone to the academy.
Oh.
Yeah, yeah. O'Brien's not. He's an non-commissioned
Oh.
officer. It's weird he would do missions, because I guess he's not really obligated.
Oh,
He's
yeah.
not an enlisted man, but he's definitely on board with the, trying to end this war as peacefully as possible. So, for the sake of his family, so he would volunteer, I'm sure.
Probably because he is an engineer. Okay.
Yeah, see, it's a pyramid scheme. You pay the person above you. What organization could it be? Are we ever gonna say?
What kind of organization is it?
I mean, it looked okay. The cake looked fine.
Okay.
You got a problem with his wife's cooking, O'Brien? Is there something wrong with it? You got an issue? My wife? See, Bilby's a nice guy. Other than the, like, trying to assassinate people and the theft. Other than that, he's a pretty cool guy.
He's the crook with a heart of gold, man. This
He
is like
is.
this feels like a direct to video like crime movie, really.
And is being weirdly threatening with the disruptor that he wanted O'Brien to fix.
Hey, sorry, did I forget to mute my mic earlier?
A little bit, but
Yeah,
it's
we were
fine.
making fun of you.
I know. Sorry.
I didn't hear anything.
Oh, that's cool. Just
Guess
mute your
not.
mic next time before you yell at your family.
Yeah, we're having fun. But what I was saying was my brother had a book about a CIA agent who like recruited people from Iraq or somewhere, and you have to do some really dirty stuff. Like one thing was like, well, we know your son has a scholarship in London, and you don't want to lose that scholarship, do you? So just give us the files. And I really like this episode for showing that side of Starfleet because you do have to be a double agent sometimes.
God, I do not like that man's mustache. I do not like how wispy it is. If you can't grow a full beard, or at least a goatee, I don't think the mustache is enough for you. It's not working. At least trim off the sides.
Oh yeah.
Actually, he's not human, is he? He has a ridge.
Being mean now.
Yeah, but it is strange where you would get Klingon disruptor parts.
I'll just get him from the warehouse on Decorah Street. Easy.
Getting from the warehouse.
I mean, surely the Orion Syndicate has access to replicators. Couldn't they just make a part?
Maybe Dagora is Degra from Enterprise.
Friends immediately.
One interesting thing about this guy is that he's really like a low level or a mid level criminal. He's not like the head of the syndicate by any means.
He's pretty high up.
You think so?
He's directly under Ramius. Or Ramus.
Yeah.
Not Ramius, that's the captain of the Red October. It's someone else.
One, he does 2 pings.
But who does he tell that to? Who does he ask for 2 pings?
It's like when you start GTA and you're talking to Fat Tony who's eating like the lasagna and the meatballs in front of you. Like he's that. He's just the errand guy, more or less.
Is that guy a Paradin?
He almost looks like a reptilian Zindi.
Let me look up the Paradins. I think he's similar. Paradins also have like a full vertical ridge, but they have somewhat different facial structure. Oh, give it a quick test. Thank you. You used gun on man. See, Bilby is the best character.
That was a good test.
This is very much out of like an old crime movie.
I'm reminded of that scene in Scarface where it's like, you can't shoot a cop, and then bang
Yes.
bang.
I'll say it'd be
Oh,
really
nice.
difficult for him to eat. That's true.
That was a good test right there.
There's a
Yeah,
few
there's-
aliens
there's
that I've
another
seen
good
in
test.
episodes.
Yeah,
That's
some of them
stuff
have
we're
an
gonna
even
follow.
harder time, like the people with the moon falling out of orbit. They have 3 things over their mouth.
You know, people complain about the
Yeah.
violence in Discovery, but that was pretty gruesome right there.
And in Discovery, we also have another cat.
She's a queen.
I was really expecting Grudge to turn out to be like a shapeshifter or something. Not a founder shapeshifter, a different other kind of shapeshifter. Just something. Or a hologram, or... No, it's just a cat.
Might be an actual queen of something.
It's literally just a cat. But yeah, I was expecting something to happen with Grudge. Which is fine. I mean, it's a cat. Everybody likes a cat.
Yes.
In Starfleet. What am I, your Alexa? Just write it down.
When are you, Alexa?
You really like this guy, except for the fact that he just executed somebody point blank.
Yeah, Bilby's great. Bilby is one of my favorite characters in Star Trek.
He buys his daughter dresses.
There's a cat.
He's got a tragic backstory. He's got a cat. He's got cake in his house that he offers to people who walk in.
Alcohol.
He tests you with his wife cooking.
And most importantly, he uses gun on man.
Yes. Thank you, Bilby. He's like the only person who will actually use his gun. Also, he creates jobs. Look, O'Brien was unemployed. Now he has a very lucrative career. Now, his hairdo could use a little work. He's balding sufficiently that I think he should just embrace the bald. Maybe pull the Picard and just have like just the sides. And
Yeah,
trim down.
Looking at photos of the actor, I think that's essentially what he ended up doing.
Oh, what's his name? The actor.
Tate. Nick Tate.
Nick Tate, okay. Yeah, these days he
Yes,
has
we
a
know that-
card.
See, there you go. Yeah, I think the next Ryan's Edits video is going to be like a heroic music to shots of Bilby, right?
No. Maybe not the next video, because I already have a video for Monday. It's all about the word phenomena.
Okay, sometime down the line.
Gyrinx, that might be it. That might be exactly what it is.
I remember the conversation.
See, look at Ramus's haircut. He takes care of it. Bilby, you could at least get a comb. Well, I guess Bilby has a comb. It's all sort of slicked back, what he has. This is the same Vorta from the previous episode that was on the view screen and didn't know how to look at the camera.
I kind of just got why this episode is called Honor Among Thieves. Is because in this syndicate, all you do is vouch for somebody. And it's considered like your word. And
If
the
we want to
implication
bring
is that-
anyone else into the voice chat, someone here has to witness for them.
And by the way, if the person that you witness turns out to be foul, then you get killed too. So be very careful for who you witness for before you join the voice chat.
Oh no, I witnessed for Carl for D&D. Oh no.
Wait, is he a Brunali?
He might be.
Yeah, let me look up pictures of... I think Flith and Ramus are Brunali. Which, if you don't remember, is the race that Icheb is.
Oh, thank you. I'm not that
Yeah,
familiar
man,
with Delta Quadrant species.
Yeah, here's Icheb's dad. He has that same ridge, just from the nose to the top of the forehead.
So it's basically the same species.
Now, either there's a second race that has the same ridge, which, I mean, maybe. It's Star Trek, after all. Or somehow a Brunali got way over here.
Now we know how Icheb's family got their money.
Well, Icheb's family doesn't have any money. They're bloody refugees on a terrible planet.
And Icheb is dead now, so his family probably is too.
Also, Icheb's dad is played by Badger, so that's nice. I don't know the actor's name. I just know he plays
Oh, really?
Badger in Firefly, so he's Badger to me.
He will always be Badger to me. Michael, can't remember his last name.
Like when he showed up in Battlestar Galactica, that's all I could see him
yeah.
as.
Yeah.
Wasn't
He usually has the same accent too.
I mean, it's just his accent.
Real
It's
accent.
just him.
Yeah.
It wasn't too long ago when Worf was in the episode on Ryza with Jadzia, and they turned off the weather control system. So, are the Essentialists also funded by the Orion Syndicate?
I mean, maybe.
Next conspiracy video.
No,
Open up
Brian
that
doesn't
text
get to
file,
go
buddy.
home.
He hasn't suffered enough yet.
Or maybe people who work for Ryzen weather control are just very corrupt.
So you say this guy's technically a Farian, but it's never said on screen. So I choose to believe he's Brunali. It's in the script, but it didn't make it to the screen, so it's not canon.
Oh, this guy's whiskers reminded me. We were talking about Worf's mustache yesterday. One of the good or bad things is that in the 60s when Klingons were around, it was kind of Asian or Mongoloid. So, when you look at old movies or the Chinese imperial hairstyle with the ponytail and the whiskers, that's kind of why Klingons have those whiskers.
Now O'Brien is the hacker man.
Oh, we got bank robbing jokes in this episode?
Yep, another Brunali. Or is the singular Brunalis? Brunalis.
Hey,
Is Brunali the plural?
Oh,
we
no,
get
that
a
would be
gay
horrible.
joke there, which is kind of weird.
What's kind of weird?
We got a gay joke there, where like the guy's like, "Don't tell me you don't like girls."
Ah.
Get a lot of that in Star Trek.
It's probably how like criminal syndicates or what would test you also. I think there was a movie with Bryan Cranston where he was undercover, and it's like if there's like strippers or whatever around, you're kind of expected to partake.
Yeah, Donnie Brasco's kind of like that too.
That dress looks like it's glued to her, which I think it is.
Yeah,
Could-
that's got to be like latex painted on.
Because otherwise the strap would be like puffing out a bit, but no.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But right, okay, so that was a prostitute, but if her dress is literally glued onto her, how's that going to work with O'Brien? Maybe we don't
Glue
need that
dissolves,
amount of detail. Oh, can you, Bilby? Oh, can you?
Yeah.
You're so good at reading people.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, that's all true. O'Brien doesn't have any real friends. Everybody hates him.
What do you
He's a
mean?
good mind reader.
Yeah, he's
What?
frustrated with Julian all the time.
Julian Bashir and him love each other.
It's frustration though. He's
Yeah, they
so
do.
lonely.
You can only aspire to be the level of friendship that Chief O'Brien and Julian Bashir have.
True.
Julian's better friends with Garrick. Come on.
Julian and Garrick aren't friends. They spend time together.
They just F with
They
each
spend time
other.
with each other, but they're not friends.
Garrick won't even join them in the Alamo.
I know that's not a euphemism, but it sounds like one.
Yeah.
Garrick won't join him in the Alamo, but O'Brien won't join him in the Alamo.
Julian Bashir's last surrender.
He won't join the white teams.
Oh, good job, O'Brien. You won your bet in. You're so good at races.
So, Ryzens are corrupt. The weather control officers. They take bribes. By the way, that's not really that great of an intelligence grab. Like, what information would the Ryzen weather control operator have? He wouldn't have ship movements. He wouldn't have technical manuals.
Somehow he knows which officers are undercover in the organization.
Okay.
And I guess
True,
that's
true.
somehow he only has information on officers, and technically O'Brien's not an officer, so it's fine.
Mm.
Yeah.
Oh, I see.
I don't know why Ryzen Control Man doesn't know about O'Brien.
But some of this reminds me of Chronos, the matte painting thing.
I think it is Kronos.
Okay.
In the painting, not in
Yeah,
canon. Oh, serious Ramus.
This is so camp gangster film.
Yeah, do you like noir films? Then you'll love this scene.
Yeah, there's a scene in The Sopranos where like this guy comes out of jail. He goes to his friend's pizzeria, and he's like, the guy gives him a pizza. He's like, I came out of jail 10 years. You're giving me a pizza. I want 500 a week from your restaurant from
Yeah.
as protection money.
And you've got all these like medium shots, constantly cutting. We don't get any wides. We get very few close-ups.
Does that guy have a spike on his lower lip? He does.
Tribes that put a disc in their lip like that.
Well, you were close. I mean, you say, let's just say, and then you explain exactly what he did. What do you mean, let's just say?
Yeah.
Let's just say I'm terrible with figurative language.
Yeah.
Why did Bobby go to jail? Let's just say he assaulted a gas station clerk while attempting a robbery.
Yeah, it should have been. Let's just say a little birdie told me that he had a business on the side.
Let's say when a birdie told you.
Ooh, Connolly's such a clever man. Do we ever see this Vorta again? Because he was in the last episode and he's in this episode. What else is he in? I don't know his name. DS9, Honor Among Thieves, Vorta.
It's Ramus,
Ramus
No,
is the
Ramus is the Orion
Right?
Psychic guy.
Etheb's uncle.
Oh, he's the Orion guy. Who's the Gelnon? That's what it is.
Okay, yeah, Gelnon.
Yeah, sorry. I
Played
was
by
reading it wrong.
Leland Crook, which I guess is appropriate for this episode. Oh, his costume apparently sold for $332.
I bet when I had the chance.
Like cheaper than getting a new one.
Okay, this is his last episode, but he does show up in Star Trek Online, the MMO. Obedience brings victory.
See, like, he's just a goon for other goons. He's not really, like, in charge. He does, you know, like, if you tell him to rob a bank, he'll rob a bank.
Yeah, so you're not really. I mean, it's just going to be another guy in his spot. It's like if you watch The Wire, the whole first season is about that. Like, how high up can we go to really make some kind of effect where busting somebody would make a difference?
Yeah, true. Get it.
I really like the way Colomini with his accent says murdered. It's like murdered.
Yeah, yeah.
But what about Chester? He's going to be left all alone. Also Bilby's family. But what about Chester?
Intelligence is a really hard job. Like,
Is
this
Chester
not the
considered to
bad
be an
guy.
accomplice?
Bilby's not the bad guy, you know? Like, Ramus and the Vorta are.
Keep your voice down, O'Brien. Jeez.
Like, your handler lies. Anyway, the lies and truth can't be separated, you know, when you're in intelligence.
That's quite a name he has, though. Chadwick? Who names their kid Chadwick? That's somehow worse than just Chad.
Oh man, who's gonna feed the cat?
That's got some good food, though. That wasn't just like dry, basic kibble. That was nice stuff.
Servers and cat food?
I love you. Oh.
No, no. No.
It's just a trap.
Colmini,
trap.
his demeanor, he's just like a regular working class guy. You do really trust him. Like, I don't know.
Can call in a trap. Call in a trap. Well, yeah, he does work for them.
Let's just say I work for Starfleet Intelligence and I've been undercover this whole time.
Yes, I do work for Starfleet Intelligence.
He's such a charismatic actor, though.
Look at what you're doing to Bilby, O'Brien. Why would you do this?
But nobody blows their cover like this, because that means you're gonna be dead.
Not if you tell Bilby. Bilby's a good guy.
Bilby will just march to his death.
Guilty. He's guilty of this.
Yeah, you're right, Kevin.
Does that include Earth? Could you go to Earth?
Have you been to Earth before?
Sometimes I do just stop to think if I've been watching a sci-fi show. It's like, oh, I live on the home world.
Yeah, I mean, like, have you ever been to Earth before?
A lot of time in like Star Trek, people romanticize the planet. It's like, oh,
Like, you don't,
it's the promised land.
you don't know until you try it, or
We do have the
at
best
least you're
planet.
there.
We have the best planet in the solar system for us, but I mean, there's a lot of planets out there.
True. I'm just saying, you know, when I look at Klingon homeworld, Ferengi homeworld, all that, I kind of like our homeworld.
I don't know. Ferenginar seems really nice. It's kind of been ruined by the industrial pollution, but without that, it seemed lovely.
Vulcan's a big desert.
Why Earth? Why Earth is the best planet of the galaxy?
I think so too.
That's just speciest.
Yeah, I know, yeah.
We have 75% water.
Yeah, we don't want 75% water. The 75% isn't doing anything for us other than regulating temperature.
Yeah.
Oh, we just have fish in
was
it.
just
What do we need the fish
What?
for? Get rid of the fish. Give us more land.
Oh,
We need to go with Team Magma's solution. We need to cause all volcanoes on the planet to erupt, thereby creating more land.
But O'Brien doesn't say yes when he says, "Can you make sure Chester is looked after?"
Okay, but what's he gonna? If he's leaving, what's he gonna do with the cat, though? Is he
O'Brien's
just
gonna
gonna
take the
leave him
cat.
there? Okay,
The family.
that's good.
I don't know.
Need to take
This
the
is-
kitty.
This is heartbreaking. This is O'Brien's best episode in both series, if I can say so.
In this episode, O'Brien doesn't have to suffer physically, but he does have to suffer emotionally.
Emotionally, yeah.
You know,
That
because
can be a
remember,
slime.
I think Ryan said a while ago, it's like when you have to act inside of acting, it's a different mechanic.
O'Brien's still not back in uniform.
Good old Chadwick, covering for O'Brien.
He gave me a black eye.
Yeah, it is absolutely Bilby's best episode. That's true.
Seen
His
before, it
finest
was quite
acting
good
moment.
in acting.
All right, where's the cat? I know it's here. Where is it?
Oh, we're gonna have so many fun episodes with Chester.
Probably still back at the planet.
Yeah.
No, he's here. There he is. There's Jester.
Okay, there he is. Okay.
That's his chair now.
Oh.
Oh, gonna get on. Oh, he likes O'Brien.
Kitty, what you doing, Kitty?
I killed your owner. Do you love me?
Why kitties want to kill people?
All right. O'Brien now has a cat. And I don't know if we ever see Chester again, but I know he's mentioned.
Did they tell Molly how they got the cat?
Yeah, Chester keeps living with them. Chester just lives there now. But I don't know
But
if we see him.
Chester's very stealthy. We never see Chester.
Well, he is a cat after all.
Chester runs when the cameraman walks in.
Cats are cats.
All right, next episode is Change of Heart. That's the last episode for today. Change of Heart in 1 minute. About it's about Worf and Jadzia in a jungle.
Oh, Worf was in a jungle for TNG the other day.
Yep. It's probably the same jungle, actually.
Yeah, probably.
Apparently, this episode was an
If they've
option
been in,
to write
if
her
he's
off.
been in the jungle, probably. Yeah.
Yeah, probably.
Sorry, Rob. What did you say?
Oh, I was saying apparently this was originally written as a chance to write her off
Oh,
instead
okay.
of waiting until the end of the season, but I can't remember why they said they chose to wait until the end. I think they were still negotiating, trying to negotiate her contract back.
All right.
Very interesting.
All right, everybody be queued up and get ready to press play in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, play. Jaeger class. I do remember in this episode. Ow. Okay, don't worry about it. In this episode, they don't use gun on man, but they do use gun on woman. So that's something. That's good enough. That's the same thing.
I just remembered the B plot of this episode. It's like, do you like Congo?
Oh, yeah, Julian.
Yeah, you remember this now?
Now I
This is
remember.
the card counting episode or whatever.
He doesn't need to know how it's played. He has faith.
Of the heart?
He has faith.
Faith of his wife.
Yes.
I
He has
have
faith in his heart is for Jadzia.
I have faith.
$206 games.
So roulette plus poker.
Yeah, it looks like the producers and writers admitted, like, they didn't really establish any rules for this. So they just kind of let it be nebulous and made it up as they went along.
I mean, Dabo doesn't have rules either. You just yell Dabo every 15 minutes.
Yeah. I wonder if this has been more established, like by fans at least, or something.
Confront? Oh, that's a bold move, Quark.
Oh wow, that's. I was remembering circular cards, and then when I saw square ones, I thought it was a different game. But this game has both circular and square cards.
From the Highlands.
That was a pretty.
O'Brien just drinking away the pain.
Oh, that's a good statement, Worf. Always bet on your wife. I guess.
Yep. Yep. Warfstar was never this long in TNG. Or rarely.
He started the ponytail in season 6, but I don't know if it was this length.
Yeah, I remember. I'm from India, so there's a religion called Sikhism. The people who wear the turbans, their men never cut their hair, and just when you see it in a movie or something, a man with his hair up to his waist or something, it's a very,
I mean, that just
you
sounds
do a
like it would
double
be
take.
difficult to wash.
Yeah, and you keep it coiled up inside a bun, so
And when you do wash it, it's going to take forever to dry.
yeah. I mean, it's kind of cool if you ask me.
Was that intercourse in my Star Trek?
She was on top.
How dare they?
Yeah, I forgot how sexy this episode was.
Yeah, that's why he has the long hair out. she's not moving.
Yep, it definitely. Well, that wasn't very polite of you, Worf. That does look like a really warm blanket, though. It's a good
I'm
blanket.
surprised. I'm surprised they didn't have a bear skin in this episode.
So why Worf and Jadzia? Why this party? Why them? I guess Worf because he can stab things. But Jadzia is a science officer. They don't need a science officer.
She's not a science officer. She's the science officer. Because last
I
episode,
guess dealing with unfamiliar environments, maybe. I don't know.
yeah,
I mean, it's a
figured she
jungle.
was
It's not that complicated.
I figured she
Yeah,
was reading the script, and the script said Jadzia and Worf go on an away mission.
Oh, of course.
Well, yeah, of course.
That's
but,
probably what did it.
That
no,
makes
and
sense.
like
but I want to
you,
find an in-universe answer.
like you said though, they were also planning to maybe kind of kill her off, so they had this set up. And I think also I was reminded because at the beginning, when they have the sex scene, that's why, right? Because it's like before you say goodbye, you have sex. So that's
Makes
why
sense.
they wrote such a hot and heavy intro with the long hair. and
Well, also maybe to spike your interest for what ends up being like 30 minutes of wandering around in the jungle.
yeah.
Like it's like watching Alienator or something. It's like a very sort of, well, we have this area we can use. I guess we're using it.
Yeah.
No,
Okay.
I want to
right.
look
intro.
up. Is this actually the same jungle? Let's see. Change of heart, DS9 memory alpha. Let's see what's up with that. Jungle or forest? Let's see.
The,
Trivia, production.
the TNG one seemed fake to me. I don't know how this one looks, but the
This
TNG one,
one-
was indoors.
This
if
one's
I-
also
if-
fake. This is on stage 5 of Paramount, apparently.
Okay, gotcha.
Apparently, the people felt that they did too good a job creating an oppressive jungle.
Mm.
Oh, the Forge. I didn't know that was mentioned before. No, apparently it is. That's
see Vulcan's Forge
that's
for that.
featured prominently in Enterprise.
Vulcan's Forge.
Yeah, the Forge.
Oh, it was the original series book in the 90s called Vulcan's Forge, and it talks about Spock's childhood. And there was an animated series episode where Spock has a a pet animal that dies, and it's very sad. But in the book Vulcan's Forge, Spock gets lost in the desert in a cave or something, and then there's all kinds of crazy desert animals.
Not Ryza, but you love Ryza. Ooh, it has a ring system.
I bet he can knock out their weather control system too.
Yeah.
We can have another domestic terrorist episode. Does the Horvaria Prime weather control officer also work for the Orion Syndicate? Surrender. Don't insult him, Jadzia.
Surrender.
Oh well, it's been nice and accommodating.
That's like
We
the
don't have to
nicest thing you can
insult him
do for
like
your
that.
partner. I don't get that.
Were you, Worf? Were you considered
He
amusing?
doesn't.
It is not funny, but
Doesn't
I
have a
get
sense
it.
of humor. Neither does he joke. He doesn't joke.
So Worf and
That's it.
Jadzia's relationship is just accusing each other constantly of like their own paranoid delusions.
Like Worf and Just, yeah. Because I think it's because they have the they have to accuse each other.
They have the
Whoa,
what?
whoa, whoa, whoa. Jadzia
you-
reads the
they
last
have to
page of the book
accuse each
before the
other.
beginning? What's wrong with her? Why would she? What? Why?
People do that. I don't understand it either.
I don't
You're
get the
just
whole bed thing though.
Yeah.
What do you mean?
Yeah.
Sleeping on the same side?
Oh, sleep on the same side of the bed? Like, yeah, that's my side of the bed.
They have to,
And
they have to accuse. They have to
I mean-
accuse each other or fight with each other.
I'm not saying I've ever done it, but reading the last page of the book before the first is usually not all that important because, like, the last page is beyond the climax, and they're usually not talking about what happened in the climax.
Well,
Yeah.
but what do you get out of it?
Absolutely nothing. I don't know.
You don't have to worry about whether the main character dies.
Ryan, can we do this for a D&D game?
Tongo?
No, 3 what is it? British agents have disappeared in West Berlin.
I don't know.
Okay. I'll help you write it.
Come on, he wants to go play in the Hollow Suite, Miles.
I'm gonna play in the house. Sweet.
Oh my god.
How many games do they have in total on the holodeck? They have the Alamo. They have the Battle of Britain.
Yeah.
They have this thing, which I think is different from the thing with Julian Bashir, Secret Agent, and Falcon. I think that's a different program.
And I don't know which episode this is, but there is a Vulcan sex program.
No, but I'm thinking of the ones that they play together.
Oh, okay,
And I
okay, sorry,
assume that's
sorry.
not one of them.
Sorry. Okay.
And then there's also, I don't remember what it was, but he described it as the Battle of Britain, only with swords.
Oh, that was like Scotland or something. Like the Viking. They were in Viking outfits.
On the Founders. They're not doing much of
Why would-
anything, honestly.
Why would that information ever be written down anywhere?
Yeah, that's what I always think when some plot revolves around someone lost a thumb drive that has the names of all our agents and what they're doing. Like, why? Why does that thing exist?
No, you're right. The founders all merge with each other. They don't have to write down the names or
True.
ever.
Sukara. Let me look up Sukara. Because I'm remembering all these names, but I don't know if I'm just remembering the same episode or if I'm... Or if it
No,
showed up
Sakata
before.
plays an important role in an upcoming episode.
Oh, it's the one from In the Pale Moonlight. That's right.
Yep.
That he obtained the data rod on Sukara, and the Dominion killed him to prevent him from returning to Romulus with it. Oh, well, at least this guy has a lot of information. That's very helpful. Thank you.
Starfleet officers respond to random hails from other intelligence or defectors, and they go ahead and handle that.
well, they were told to. They were given orders to do it.
Oh, okay. Sorry, I missed that. They weren't going on their own. Like,
Klingon.
oh, she was planning that for later. Okay.
No, this is not their vacation.
Oh, okay.
Worf wishes it was, but
It's a vacation
They're
for
on a
Worf.
Yeah, vacation for work. But
And then they go on a
they're on
vacation for Jadzia at whatever the planet ring with the ring was.
Casperia Prime or 1.
Index the margin.
Oh, Brian, here's one more thing you're terrible at.
You can see why Colin Meaney doesn't want to return to this role.
I'm just realizing that that's the uniform undershirt that O'Brien is wearing, but on its own it looks hideous.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It needs the jacket.
Oh, that's so
It does.
cool. I never realized that. They did that.
That color just doesn't work on you, Miles. What's that on his
Miles, You're
collar?
a bad player.
Is that a brand tag? What is that?
was it his rank?
But he doesn't have a rank.
Still has a symbol. It's just not with pips.
Yeah. And that wasn't pips, it was like
Yeah,
arrows.
that's a rank symbol.
Okay.
Oh, you can see it there. Yeah.
It's 3
It's like a
arrows.
chevron.
It's a
Chevron.
yeah. It's 3 chevrons. It's just a modified version of what the Navy has right now.
Okay.
It's for chief petty officer.
God, he looks so awful in that. I can't get over how bad it looks.
I can't get over that
He's
they
far
always
too
wear it.
lumpy.
That is peak dad bod, which is appropriate because he has 2 children. The fact that it's tucked in isn't doing him any favors.
And that it's his duty uniform also isn't great.
And has a turtleneck and is zipped all the way to the top.
They could have put him in Jake's shirt, you know?
I don't know if...
Yeah.
Is Bashir even technically a human?
Yeah, just modified.
And then going against human.
Is GMO lettuce still lettuce?
Pathetic. Gaps in their field. Yes, again, for the record, asteroid fields don't look like this, but it's dramatic, so it's fine.
Yeah.
Asteroid fields in reality are pretty boring places. Not that I've been to one, personally, but we can see it.
I mean, Jadzia, why don't
Like,
you
it's
just...
also just logical that, right? Like, of course the androids would... If there's any chance of crashing into the asteroids will crash into each other.
Yeah.
Like,
That's how you get planets. Or moons. Alright, I want to look at the matte painting that they land in and see if it's the same matte painting from the compound yesterday. The prison camp. No. Wow.
20 kilometers? How many miles is that?
12.4 miles.
Thank you, Mr. Data.
I feel like you made that up.
No, it sounds about right, because it's 0.62.
Because a 5K is 3.1 miles, a 10K is 6.2 times 2, 12.4.
Okay. That's some quick
They're
maths.
using their Steadicam. Hey, they're using their Steadicam.
I had to synchronize. What are you at, Ryan?
We're at 1842, 1843, 1844, 1845, 1846, 47, 48.
They've got their tricorder out. They're pointing at the thingy.
Close up of
Unfortunately,
Jadzia. Close up of Worf.
Netflix shows the
Okay,
time
the
lapse,
remaining
so-
time is 2614, 2613, 2612, 2611.
You're like 7 seconds ahead of me.
I like that lizard. I never noticed it before.
I missed the lizard. I was looking at the countdown.
It was like a little Komodo dragon.
All right, everyone rewind 15 seconds.
No.
No.
I like this little moment where she tosses him the tricorder and he catches it. Like they're really working in tandem, you know.
Yeah.
Oh, what a cute couple.
This is a different jungle. This is not the same jungle, I don't think.
No, it's not.
Oh no.
These
But,
plants are
I
much
like-
more spiky and droopy.
Yeah, and less green.
So what you're saying is Jadzia tossed and Worf caught?
Yeah, I made that joke a little bit earlier, like when she was on top. But
That's racist.
You're correct, Ryan. Though when you said that the makers of the jungle, they said they made it a little too real. Yeah, they put a lot of work into that. It looks like those grasses have roots.
Okay, so Tango is somehow an unsolved game in the future. Interesting.
We have a game like that. It's called Go. It's from China. It's way more complicated than chess, and machines can't figure it out yet. Although we're getting very close because Google has quantum computing.
All right. How much do they have? They have, what is that, 4 slips? Or are those strips?
So what's the point of the wheel?
The wheel,
That's a good point, actually, because there is none.
maybe
There's-
the cards on the wheel are modifiers, and whoever it stops in front of gets access to those modifiers.
Mm-hmm. That makes sense.
But it didn't seem like there he spun it. He just spun it a little bit. Like it didn't
Yeah.
even go all the way around. So
It was like
Well, that's
like
part
Wheel
of
of
the
Fortune.
strategy.
You guess a letter and you keep spinning.
does the wheel represent the material continuum, the river?
Yeah.
Who
I'd
are
like to buy a
they?
vowel.
Index the margin at 20%. Ooh, bold.
He's buying
Quark
a
only
vowel.
margined the index at 10% previously.
So right now, Quark is getting inside of Julian's head.
Yep. You're being distracted, Jules.
I mean, that's the only way I can beat my best friend in chess. I have to like really, really, really make him stay up late, sing annoying songs.
Yeah, it's kind of tricky for Quark though, because he's kind of in love with Dax too.
Kinda.
Kinda.
I mean, he tries to hit on Esri. She's still Dax, isn't she? But, it's odd.
Yeah, she's still Dax. She's still Dax.
Well, Julian's the one who wanted Dax and then went after Esri. I mean, Quark just thought about it.
Julian, pay attention. No, 10. That's the wrong value, Julian. You need to index at 12. He's slipping. What does that even mean? What do you mean?
No coaching.
You didn't let her go. She turned you down.
This is like 2 incels coping on 4chan. Why did they write this?
We're filling time.
Yeah, this is bad. You don't think about your colleague and your coworker this way.
No, Julian, you missed your opportunity. And Esri is going to say later. It's like, if Worf hadn't come along, it would have been you, Julian. It would have been you.
You don't share information like that.
Good job, Julian. You let him get in your genetically enhanced brain. Now, where did they get the money in the first place?
O'Brien stole it from his wife.
Where did she get the money?
I don't know.
She's a school
Is
teacher.
she charging for the school?
Bajoran children. Yeah.
Yeah, she's embezzling from the school. Come on.
But I mean, it's a public school, right? People just show up.
That's true. But the Bajorans aren't rich, so it's not like a private. Yeah, it's not like a what is it? Horace Manning.
What
like
What are you
having-
talking about? They got all that wormhole money.
What wormhole money?
They're mining the wormhole for worms.
Profits?
for
Profits, yeah.
for non-linear money.
I'll tell you that big
I'm
profit
trying to.
market.
Is that the Voyager
I was
backpack?
gonna say. I'm trying to remember, but I think that whole
maybe, let's see.
subplot with the cards is just over.
Yes, it is the Voyager backpack. It's the one I sent on the general chat.
Okay.
It's the Tracy commuter backpack. It's made for if you're riding a
Tracy,
motorcycle.
you say?
Tracy is the brand.
I don't think
Yes.
I've ever seen Tracy wear that backpack.
You know, now that you mention it, yeah, I do remember this now. But when
Ooh.
you mentioned it yesterday, I had no idea what you were talking about. But yeah, they always do this on Voyager missions. They don't show how she got that.
How much longer is this walking montage? Oh, there it is.
Is this the third episode or the second episode?
This is the third.
Third.
I came in a little late here.
Yeah. It's okay.
You miss me talking in my language.
Well, I can always watch the VOD.
Okay. We got 3 reptiles in this episode so far. First, we had a lizard. Then we had like a yellow boa constrictor, and then we had that like fat iguana thing.
And now Worf has a flashlight and a golf caddy. And golf ball holder. Well, that's good. They brought a space blanket with them. Did they only
She
bring
said
one
pride.
space blanket, though?
That's not a space blanket. That's like a shiny, silvery fabric. Space blankets are more crinkly.
Yeah, that's not Mylar.
Yeah. It's like
It's like a shiny lycra or something.
yeah.
Are they
We
going to
need a
reuse
blanket
this?
for them here.
Are they going to reuse this
Make it
same
shiny.
jungle set for Worf and Esri later?
Oh, I think they do. Wait, this is the exact place that we. Oh, wait.
Yeah, this is the exact place where he calls her a Sleebok. Which, don't call your girlfriend a Sleebok.
Nope.
Except she's not even his girlfriend. Don't call your coworker a Sleevok.
Yeah.
It's impolite. Oh yeah, Nikolai. That guy who we haven't seen for forever. Yes, Robin.
Oh no, I was just saying, good old Nikolai.
Good old Nikolai. He's probably in jail now. Because if you don't remember, Nikolai was that guy who broke the Prime Directive and saved the Barathan civilization.
Well, he's living with them now, I think.
Yeah,
Right.
he stayed on the planet.
Okay.
I don't know what you guys are talking about.
Worf's
Worf's
brother,
brother.
who's human.
Yeah, he impregnated Cassidy.
What?
The actress who plays his wife in that episode is Cassidy.
Oh,
Whoa!
right, yes, okay.
Ah.
Some kind of weird love pentagram going on.
Pentagram.
Yeah.
That's the devil's shapes. I like how some
Hexagon
people
is the best
consider
again.
certain shapes to be evil.
Boy, wait till they see the Pentagon. Yeesh.
My God. Everybody knows. The hexagon is the great force for good.
Yes, the hexagon is the best again.
And the isosceles triangle is the true force of evil. All right, excellent. The Jem'Hadar are using their guns. No, Worf, that you have a gun. Why would you throw your sword? Just shoot him.
They still have no aim though.
It's a lot harder to aim a sword at someone than point and shoot. Just shoot him, Worf.
But then he wouldn't get to throw his sword.
Why is the isosceles triangle evil, Ryan?
Because it was an arbitrary shape that I picked out of the number of shapes that I know.
Okay.
Well, just listen to the name Isosceles. I mean, that sounds like it's up to something, right?
I wouldn't trust someone named
On the
Isosceles.
backyard.
But the hexagon is a shape that uses the least amount of material for the most amount of area. So that's
Other
why
than the circle.
It's most convenient for board games because then if you
True.
need to move
And it
vertically, horizontally,
than a
or
circle.
diagonally, it's the same amount of movement. It's the same distance.
and it's also infinitely tileable.
Tileable.
yeah,
Yep.
scalable. Yeah. And but the thing is though, except for a circle, but the thing is though, if you only have like straight blocks or like wooden beams, you can't make a circle easily. So that's why. But also beehives have the shape because like nature somehow knew that like you need to
Right.
use the shape.
You don't want to have gaps. With circles, you'd have gaps in between.
Right, exactly.
I suspect that the bees are basically making a circle, and that it's flexible enough that when it gets packed in, that it forms
No,
a hexagon.
I suspect the
makes
bees
sense.
know Euclid.
Seems legit. Bees are known for their geometry skills.
I'm looking for a time lapse of a honeycomb construction.
You could have a baby shark band-aid, Jadzia. Would that be better? I like the makeup changes that they're doing, making her eyes look all tired. What's that behind Worf? Behind him on the left. What is that thing?
Stuff.
It's like
Just
a
stuff.
rock or a cave formation.
It's
There's
weirdly
vines
shiny.
on the left. I guess I'm not seeing what you're saying.
The big shiny circle to the left of Worf?
Oh, yeah, it's just a shiny rock.
It's like a cliff edge.
I think it's a rock.
It's a paper mache rock they painted with like high gloss instead of matte.
To help them light the scene.
I think it's a
Yeah.
rock.
I guarantee that's why that's there.
Okay.
It's the same kind of like cliff edge that Jadzia's leaning on. How big is your screen, Ryan?
Why do you ask?
Because like it was pretty clear to me on my TV.
Because it's a competition.
No,
The guy with
Are you
the
saying
biggest
yours is
screen
bigger?
wins.
no.
With the shrinking ship episode, size is a theme today. Wow.
Mine's
Wow.
720. Mine's 720 by 1080.
Cool.
Maybe we should just put Jadzia out of her misery and shoot her. Use gun
Gary
on
Farrell
wife.
would have preferred that.
Wow, she's like bleeding everywhere, and they're just walking. Okay.
Use gun on wife.
Yes, she is bleeding.
Okay. Good husband right there.
She probably could have just gone back to the runabout. And just waited.
Yeah.
Yeah, I
I
might
mean,
have gone back there.
the other motif of the episode is how thug she is, because she's always fighting with him with backlights and stuff. So right now she's thugging it out for sure.
Though, why is Worf holding her gun, but she still has her backpack? Surely you'd want to swap that around if you're trying to relieve her of weight. Hold the backpack, let her carry the gun.
Or put the guns in the backpack.
I guess because it's easier to carry something on the back. Leaves her hands free to stumble.
Why can't he just cauterize the wound with something like, I don't know.
Like a
Because
gun.
I think then she'd just be
Just
bleeding internally.
Heat up the mechleth and with the phaser and then cauterize it. Bleeding internally, we'll just cauterize her internally.
But that's
I
where the
guess.
blood is supposed to be. It's
Yeah.
internal. That's where I keep all my blood.
This is the worst medical podcast.
Yeah.
What, do you keep your blood somewhere else?
No.
So what is
She's
the
not-
solution for
she's not tired, dude.
anticoagulant in your blood?
She's
Coagulant,
losing blood
I assume.
rapidly.
It's like
Procoagulant?
yeah, procoagulant. Coagulating agent. I mean, those are a real thing. You can get
Now,
coagulant.
When I was in surgery, I didn't salvage my blood. I did salvage the parts that were inside me. They had to take out. Some parts.
When you were in what?
In surgery.
Oh, thank you. Okay.
Yeah, surgery.
Sorry,
I
missed that.
I
Okay,
had
missed
surgery
that.
like a couple years ago, and then they had to take out some stuff, and I had them save it so I can see what was inside me.
Yeah.
So
I know.
I'm wondering if you have, for example, like a major surgery where you're bleeding a lot. If they were to like pour the blood down a funnel and like capture the
Give
blood,
it back to you?
could they just pour it back in, or do you have to get new blood?
Yeah, I don't know how that works.
That would work in theory.
I don't know. It might get contaminated.
I mean, I
You
worked
can
for
get
like
transfusion.
yeah, I worked for 2 weeks in a kidney dialysis place, and the way those machines work is they take out your blood, filter it, and then they put it back into you.
Yeah, but it's never like open to the air.
Yeah, yeah. No, it's not. It's not an open chest surgery.
So I don't know. I think once the blood is spilt, I think the chances of it being exposed to pathogens increases exponentially.
True, true. And like you said, air even is like not a great thing.
No.
Shooter.
Minions are lucky not to get hurt. And
Yeah,
he's one of them.
you should have done this before you walked through half the jungle.
I really think they could have just, or at least Jadzia could have just gone to the runabout by herself.
Yeah.
I think she could have made it.
2 months, jeez. That's. I mean, you know what? That's a good. It's a sweet spot for how long a marriage should last. 2 months. Okay. Wrap it up.
Yo,
You have
Wow,
the
I didn't-
honeymoon. You have the
I mean, it would
honeymoon.
take-
You never
It'll
get
take
to
her
the point
longer
where
to get to the roundabout. She's injured.
you have the honeymoon,
Hurts.
but you never get to the point where you hate each other. So
Yeah.
just all the good parts.
They took the
get
term honeymoon period very literally. Once the honeymoon period is over, you just leave. Go somewhere else.
Wow, I've been doing it wrong this whole time then.
Yeah.
Shoot.
Silly Rob.
Well, I'll just text my husband, let him know. The Star Trek show on people on Discord and YouTube told me we need to get a divorce.
Well, if it's been more than
Well-
2 months, I mean,
I mean,
it's more like till death do you part. So now you have to fight to the death.
frankly,
With
I wouldn't
Ryan in
risk
the
that.
background
I'd recommend just
cheering it
poisoning him.
Okay.
You put your left hands. You grab each other's left hand. We'll tie it together with rope. We'll give you each a mechleth, and you just fight it out.
Oh no, I'm doing this TOS style. Da, 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 da,
Oh, you need
da.
that. You need that pole that has like the big ball at one end and
Yeah.
like the big spear at the other. Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely.
There you go. All right.
Gotta do it Vulcan style.
So before your wedding, did you go on the path to Kalhaya?
Oh dear.
wow.
Did you starve
mean-
yourselves for 3 days in extreme heat
But
and then
War
hang from
Fear's
the
a
ceiling by
heartbeat.
your wrists?
Worf's
we
heart
were-
is beating very loud here.
We were back in Florida for a few days, and it is pretty warm
Basically
there.
the same thing, yeah. Florida's the Pascal Haya.
So what did he throw a mech like that?
He threw it at a
Just
tree.
a tree.
Okay, to mark his location.
It's to let the
His
guy know
frustration.
who they're here to pick up, the intelligence guy, that yeah, we were here, but we're not staying. You're gonna be left here to die.
Thank you. I don't think I even got that the first time I watched, like a few years ago.
The Dominion is still trying to figure out where he found a mechleth. Yeah, but those lives are off screen, so we don't care.
Did he assassinate him more?
Yeah, this is why you don't send husband and wife on secret mission episodes.
No, on this
Yeah, I was
kind of
gonna say,
mission,
don't
you're
they
supposed to send someone and their worst enemy so they can bond over shared trauma.
or Darmok it. But yeah, no, he even says like we're gonna have a policy we can't send partners on a mission together. It's like you should have had that well before this.
I don't think that's
This
even a
should
general
never
policy.
happen.
I'm pretty sure it's just Worf and Jadzia. So I don't think they learned their lesson at all. As what? What are you gonna list it as?
This is going on your permanent record, young man.
Or person like as always.
I mean,
Yeah, just him and Jadzia. Not husband and wife in general. Not partners in general.
okay.
Just him.
Okay.
Like they would still let Julian and O'Brien go on a mission together for some reason.
So it's the opposite of yesterday's TNG
Yeah,
episode,
Jessica never
last
make it
week's,
work anyway.
where it's like we're both professionals, and I can never have you even like remotely under my command, where I would have to make a decision about you. Here, it's you can dip your pen in the company's ink.
Yeah, I think Cisco's a good boss. I think he's making the right decision here, but
I just think the policy should be more general.
He's hardcore.
yeah, that's true.
And what I also like about that line, what Cisco says, is that as your captain, I have to inform you that I think you made the wrong choice. Which means, like on a personal level, like I understand you, man.
Yeah,
Like,
it's
you
very
made the right
loaded.
choice. Yeah. I would have done the same. I mean, he lost his wife too, right? At 359. So he
Yeah, he
can't really.
mentioned.
Oh, he did. I didn't.
He mentioned that he said
As
I
a
have
man
wife,
who
and,
had a
we,
wife.
We all know. Yeah, we know what that's all about.
That's pretty emotional.
I mean, Rob wouldn't know. He's never had a wife.
Ew.
Oh, I just know that. I just
Me
mean that as
neither.
fans, we all know how his wife died.
Yes.
Yeah. I mean,
At least she didn't get assimilated. I guess that helps.
yeah.
Silver lining. Silver
Just got exploded.
Yeah.
Now, would you rather be exploded or assimilated? It's a hard choice.
Yeah. And also,
Probably
you
just
know,
exploded is better.
you had to get on the escape pod with your son and watch the ship blow up with your wife and child's mother on it. So, pretty messed up.
And Jesse, Jesse, don't you mean my wife?
Wow.
Oh, Jadzia.
Wow.
I don't know, Worf. That might be going a little far.
Jadzia just said I would have picked up the guy and left you for dead.
I think she was joking.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
I thought it was gonna be your wife.
So in an interview, Terry Farrell said that when she first read this script, she basically went to them and said, "Why don't you just kill me in this episode?"
Yep. Yeah, that's what they
Would've
talked
been
about.
better.
No. It kind of wouldn't have been.
Jadzia's death scene as it is. I mean, Jadzia's not going to die. She has a contract. She's fine. What are you talking about? No, Jadzia's death scene as it is kind of awkward. She does this weird shaking when she's being held up by the force, and it's it's somewhat anticlimactic.
Yeah. I mean, she doesn't die in that scene. She dies later, but
yeah.
That is the inciting incident.
I mean, it's the last time we see her awake, right?
No, there's a scene in sickbay later.
No,
the infirmary.
Okay, let me try to get the cats on here. And let me see. Display capture. And hope it's the right display. It is. So for now, there's just some cats. Now let me adjust this.
Yay! The little kittens. And the dad bod. Hey.
Cats. We did it.
Black cat, gray cat.
Kitty.
Sasha, and what are their names again? Sorry, Rob.
This is Shadow, and that's Mara up there.
Thank you. Which Mara was yours, right? Originally.
No, I got them both.
Okay.
Okay. So those are the last episodes for today. Let me look up what. Not tomorrow. We're not doing a stream tomorrow. TNG Season 6, what's coming up? That's going to be The Chase.
One more show.
No, not one more show.
And we're doing Threshold, people.
You can watch Threshold if you would like.
We're 3 episodes behind at DS9.
Yeah, you can watch Threshold.
We should do one more and catch up.
We
Do one
are
more
3
next
episodes behind on DS9, but keep in mind that we also have the TNG movies.
Oh god.
Well, we
I'm gonna
also
watch
have
those.
the DS9 movies. Wait.
Nope.
If only. So yeah, next week is going to be The Chase with the archaeology and the explanation for the foreheads and all that jazz. Frame of Mind, where Riker is in an insane asylum. That's a fun one.
Mm-hmm.
And Suspicions, where Dr. Crusher is investigating a murder.
And in the Chase, the actor who plays Professor Galen, only recently, as in like the last couple months, passed away. That man lived a long time.
How old was he?
1 second.
While you look that up, a note in the season 7 episode Gambit, where Picard is on a mercenary ship and he's kind of undercover. He's not on official, but whatever. He's working for some mercenaries. He uses the name Galen, and he pretends to be an archaeologist. He takes his old mentor's name.
He was 106 years old.
Jesus.
Rest in peace.
Dude's ancient. Was ancient.
And then
by the end,
week...
he was studying himself.
Yeah. All right. Next week, DS9 is going to be His Way, where Odo gets a girlfriend for realsies this time.
Isn't it wronger than Death or Night?
Yeah, I think you're. On the wrong
yeah, I was
season.
looking
Or-
a week.
or
All right.
You're further up.
All right. Next week is Wrong's Darker Than Death or Night, where Ducat, had YouTube-friendly relations with Kira's mom. Inquisition, where Julian Bashir is questioned and is revealed to be a Dominion traitor. Or a traitor of Starfleet who's working for the Dominion, I should say. And In the Pale Moonlight, which we all know what that is.
Never heard of it. What's that episode about?
That's about people dancing under the moonlight.
Oh,
It's
okay,
an
that sounds
episode-
fun.
Yeah, they all learn to dance. It's great. All right, we're done here.
War crimes.
Thank you.
The higher, the fewer.
Thanks, everybody.
The fewer.
Been a while
Thanks
since we had
everybody.
one
See
of
you next
those.
week in the pale moonlight.
Oh, also another Star Trek: A Final Unity on Thursday. Yep. Also that.
Yes. Don't forget Star Trek.
Star
Final
Trek.
Unity.
Star Trek.
Final Unity.
We haven't been
Computer-
terribly successful on that so far.
Delete this preceding
Well,
login tree.
you're very killy, so
And I'm going to say we have failed so far in the missions.
You couldn't
Yeah,
even kill your own crew.
Well, no, I
Well,
tried.
he
It
killed the
looked
one
like they
woman
were
with the
dying, but they wouldn't
transporter.
let me. They kept coming back. Rip off.
Very annoying. Only stunning the main cast.
All right, we're done here. Now we're done here.
Thank you, chat.
Goodbye.
Have a good one.
Guten Nacht.